progress that I would love to see in the Black woman or Black women 10 years from now is loving and respecting themselves more. And I mean, not allowing to be degraded, not allowing media to control how they should be, not allowing our morals to be taken away, not trying to fit in with the masses, is to be our own individual people and to take back what is ours and love ourselves inside out.
Ooh-wee. I would like to see Black women have the opportunity to just be women. And what I mean by that, when I think about what it means to be a woman, it really is about just being. Not always having to do, not always having to make things happen, not always having to pull things together, but to just be. You know, that's part of what it means to be feminine, to be soft, to be a woman. It's just certain things that we don't get a chance to do now. And I hesitate when I say we don't get a chance to do, because I know that every individual has choice in terms of the way that they choose to live their lives. But collectively across the board, we're mama and daddy, we're woman and man, you know, we're the cook, the housekeeper, the CEO. We're wearing too many hats. You know, so I think over the next 10 years, I would like to see Black women have more choice in terms of just being able to be. You know, if you want to be fiercely independent and you want to be the CEO, be that because you want to be, not because you have to be. If you want to be the housewife and you want to stay home and take care of your kids, be that because you want to be and not because you have to be. So I'd like to see more choice.
Overall, I think that a couple of things. We gotta let go of like that strong Black woman shit. It's gotta go. Somebody gotta come and decapitate it. Like strong Black woman, that whole expectation of like the whole Black woman, she can do everything, she's superwoman, that gotta go. What else gotta go? Guilt, you know, about being, and the ability to say no, you know. I think that I want to see movement towards that, because that's huge. You know, these are really big things. So I would say like that the guilt, the societal guilt of, you know, not being married or not having whatever you feel like people were supposed to have at, you know, whatever age you are. I think that those are things that kind of plague Black women in general. So I would like to see that just go away.
The progress that I'd like to see for Black women in the next 10 years, I would like to see us really taking better care of ourselves, making self-care a lifestyle, and not making an excuse to embrace a self-care lifestyle. I would like to see us stop supporting misogyny, stop supporting patriarchy, get clear on what that means to us as Black women, and just basically find out what it means and combat it as much as possible. Stop supporting it, you know, from the music to the media to the TV shows, and embrace more of a sisterhood amongst us all, because we are the bottom of the totem pole. We are at the bottom of the totem pole in this society, and I think we need to be aware of that and change that.
We reside and live on a land that constitutionally doesn't even view us as people as a whole. You know, we were brought in as property, and a lot of the Constitution that was written for the people, we were not people yet, so it was not written for us. So we're having to really make a place here, and we have to really understand our history in order to make that future better, and the present is the time where we can do that.
progress for Black women in the next 10 years, I would pray that we see our natural beauty, that we are not so much caught up on the image that they want us to accept. And I think that we are making huge steps towards that with more natural women and conscious women. And for 10 years, yeah, I really hope that we are in that position, and we're making a bigger impact on our communities in the United States and the world at large. It's time for us to really take over.
The first thing I'd like to see in the next 10 years for Black women to be is supportive of each other. I think we have started to really coalesce around our Black and woman identities, and I want to see more of that happen in the next 10 years, as well as Black men standing up for Black women. I think that's something within the Black community that really needs to be addressed, how all of the misogyny and all of that has really taken hold, that we need to really own and try to work with inside the Black community. I'd also like to see the generations of Black women come together, and particularly my generation to be much more supportive of the radical and awesomeness of the Black activists, women activists that we have going on now. I'd also like to see us join in and be in solidarity with trans women. I want to see the whole women's movement come together and be, as a unit, to try to work together rather than in silos, because we have so many different and similar issues that we can really help each other.
In the next 10 years, I hope that Black women continue to fight back. I hope that we continue to be in the middle and not necessarily at the front lines of the struggle for our children and our families. I hope that in front of us will be other people, other allies. I hope that we won't have to bear the brunt of so much violence and feel that in our hearts.
In the next 10 years, I hope that we learn how to trust Black women. I think that there are a lot of forces that are questioning and trying to, again, make decisions for what Black women should do with their bodies, should do with their careers, should try to police Black women and correct them, as opposed to trusting them to know how to govern themselves as they see fit. I hope that there's freedom for Black women. I hope that there's safety. I hope that we are valued and not seen as less than. Again, in our womanhood as well as in our Blackness, that we are valued and seen for the things that we're already contributing, that we regularly contribute. And I just hope that Black women can get free.